Hey guys, today's project is going to be replacing a spark plug tube seal.
See it?
Oh yeah, that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an extension.
No, this thing.
Yeah, that's what that is.
It's stuck.
There you go. You're welcome.
My master builder.
There's our air intake gone. A little bit easier in the factory setup.
Because what happened?
Now you have to pull the valve cover off. Impacts are awesome. This guy. This guy. Yep, that one. Go ahead and get these out. Oh yeah. So it looks like we've got more than one spark plug seal leaking. There we go. Did you find out what's wrong with that too?
Yeah.
Well, there's all kinds of problems, isn't there?
Yeah.
That sounds familiar. Okay, at that point, valve cover should be pretty much ready to pull out. Let's see if we can just get it out of here now. Oh yeah, look at that.
What's that making sound?
I'm getting the valve covers out, just like that. Okay, so now we're gonna get these seals out. I looked at them, and I couldn't figure out why they might have failed. There's no rubber chunks missing out of them or anything, so we're gonna go ahead and punch them out and get the new ones in. And the middle one's okay, so get this here real quick. These should be pretty easy. Well, they are easy to replace. Oh, now that one's done. Uh-huh. Let's see, we should remember how to do this. Seems like I just did this yesterday on the other one, on the other side. There we go. It might have actually been leaking around the metal, which is weird. I don't know if when I put them in before, if I put them in correctly or not, but they were definitely leaking. So I'll have to keep an eye on the next set that I put in. Fortunately, I always have a ton of spare parts hanging around.
It's loud.
It is loud. A little bit out there. I'm going to go ahead and clean these up real quick.
Good job, Daddy.
Thank you. There we go. I should get most of the crap off of it. I'm going to go ahead and rinse it off real quick. Now we're going to go ahead and put the new ones in. You shouldn't have to replace your valve cover gasket when they're brand new. When you get them, you want to torque them to spec, let the engine warm up a little bit, and then go ahead and re-torque them a little bit tighter. But these guys right here, let's see here, this one, there's only one of them, but this one right here, you got to be real careful with, because what'll happen is it'll actually break right off. So we're just gonna use this, hopefully. Should work. I got this kit a while ago, facing the ones on the passenger side, or was it the driver's side? And one of these was actually, there's a big chunk taken out of it. And I kind of got a kick out of it because, I mean, you know, you buy stuff brand new, you'd figure, you know, it'd be pretty well made, but nope. Check all your seals, make sure they look good before you actually put them in, because it'd be a lot of work for nothing, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. That's weird, this one actually went in almost too easy. Okay, now we're going to go reinstall it. Okay, let's go ahead and get this thing back in here. This is the fun part. This back part's the hardest part back here. There we go. Nice. Okay, so this is the fun part. Watch that lip. Sometimes I think what I might be doing here is using a screwdriver so it doesn't get messed up. Move it out just a little bit. There we go. One side's in. Shoot. That side just went right in. We don't like any leaks. I love this engine. And there we go. Hopefully that's all sealed up and good to go. Go ahead and get these suckers back in there. Always hand start screws or nuts or bolts and then run them down with an impact within reason. These little 10mm snap off pretty easily, so you got to be careful. Oh, there it is. I've been looking for you for a while. Just found my spark plug wire clip that I've been looking for probably for the past year and a half. Come on. Yeah, look at this. That little guy. I've been looking for him for a year and a half, something like that. Couldn't find him. That kind of made my day. Now I can actually hold my wires upright. Nice. Let's go and get this guy in. Didn't used to wear gloves like these little plastic guys, but I'll tell you what, after so many years of getting your hands greasy and oily and being used to going in and washing your hands off, it's kind of a pain in the ass, and I'll tell you what, these things are sure nice. There we go, that one started. Let's go grab the other screws. Okay. This is probably the biggest pain in the ass as far as bolts go working on this thing, and it's already in, so I mean, some engines are easier to work on, some engines are harder. For V6, this is not bad. There we go, already done. So let's go ahead and run these things down a little bit. You might have to retorque these sometime after I've gone through a couple of heat cycles, just to make sure it doesn't leak around the seal or the gasket or whatever the hell that thing is down there. And then we should be good. But yeah, one torque session is never enough when it comes to valve cover gaskets. Come on, get on there. There we go. Okay, so those are back on. Let's go ahead and reinstall these guys. So usually the one with the longest spark plug wire is going to be the farthest away from you. So there we go. I just have to keep an eye on it, make sure everything is make sure if it so chooses to leak again, I can grab it in time and pull it apart and do this all over again. So let's go ahead and run these down just a little bit. These ones you don't want to go too tight with. All you're doing is holding them into the valve cover. Okay, so now we got everything run down, everything's tight, the valve cover, the coils are on. I'm going to go ahead and plug these little suckers back in. and get our PCV valve back in. Can't really see what I'm doing if you're pointing at the valve covers, can you? Little one and far one. There you go. That's more like it. That's what it looked like when I first got it. Okay. So we got this in. These things are getting shredded. Okay, so we've got everything's pretty tight. Well, we can run this down now, I guess, huh? Not that that's tight, but it's not. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this intake back on now. Mass airflow sensor. That's kind of important. And this part's kind of tricky. Usually I can get everything to pop back together pretty easily, but this silicone thing usually needs a little bit of help. Everything's a tight fit, and I think I've had this thing on here for probably 2 years now, I think. Let's go and get these clamps back on and fire it up. And the driver's side valve's a little bit more work, but it's not that much harder. And if you're doing the driver's side, honestly you're better off just doing both sides, because the work that's involved to do it, you know, I mean, get both sides off, clean the valve covers up, you know, do whatever you want to them, inspect them, and just basically make sure everything's working like it should. Kind of cool because I haven't had to work on this thing in a while, and this is the first time since one of my last videos, which was actually quite a while ago. So it's like, oh, I need to get something up for you guys to watch. So let's go ahead and fire it up. Headphone warning. Well, it runs, but I got one of the spark plug wires backwards. Classic. Okay, so question is which one? Okay, so I don't know what I did, but somehow I managed to switch these two plugs. So switched them back around, and runs like a top. Isn't leaking yet, so we'll have to run it a little bit and see what happens. But I'd call today successful. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.